Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on the channel, and in today's video I have the best level 170 Supreme Myth builds for y'all, including PvP and obviously PvE. I will have timestamps in the description if you want to skip to your respective game mode, or if you want both, well, I guess you can just watch the whole video. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into things right away, starting off with the PvE stats. Alright, so real quick before I get into these stats here, I am missing 2 health jewels right here. So I'm essentially missing 1200 health. So you'll be actually sitting at roughly 11,200 HP with the setup, which is absolutely insane for a myth. 267 damage, which again is just absolutely incredible and insane right now. 44 resist, universal, really good numbers. Perfect accuracy, of course. Really good crit. Decent block for PvE. 31 pierce. Again, this number is a bit lower because we're using obviously all the damage jewels, and you pierce all the way through a brace and most of a tower generally when you're speeding, questing through the game. Obviously, if you're raiding, the setup's gonna be different, but this is a PvE casual setup. So 31 pierce is enough with brace and tower and stuff like that for the amount of damage you get off of the damage jewels right here. One piece shad, and obviously perfect pips and okay pip conserve. So basically what we're running for this is obviously the standard Aeon hat, the nullity robe for 160, the Aeon boots, and the Aeon wand. Now keep in mind, when 170 Nightmare comes out, we'll be updating all this stuff to Reaver, hat, robe, and boots, which is basically Aeon, but actually for 170, it's just not out yet with the time of me recording this audio in December. So we'll be upgrading that when that comes out. We have the Reaver knife with obviously 2 damage jewels as well. And as you can see, I'm missing my health right here on the wand and the Athame. That's where I'm missing my 1200 health at the start there. Then we have the Reaver amulet as well, with the obviously damage socket and the accuracy socket, because we don't have accuracy on our Athame anymore. So you can actually run a better one, which is the Hun Howl from the raid, which I'll try to find an image if I can. It gives 2 more resist basically, and you don't really give up anything for that resist. So you'll have 46 if you have Hun Howl. Unfortunately, I don't have it because you have to raid for that. Then we have the Reaver, obviously, ring with, again, the 10% damage right here. And I have that health opal right there on the square, as you can see. Then we have the standard Phyllosaur pet, all damage with the set bonus right here for an extra 6, which is obviously still meta in PvE. And then the Reaver deck with 10% damage right here. Again, you could get the Shabubble deck if you want for, a little bit more health with the circle socket from the raid, but it's not really needed or required, I would say. So yeah, it's really good. The myth stats are just absolutely incredible. This update, the amount of damage, health, resist, pierce, everything you get on this school is absolutely incredible and insane. So it's a pretty good PvE setup, and I like it quite a bit. Alright, so now for the PvP setup, you're gonna have to forgive my stitch because I have not actually stitched the robe, so we're gonna look a little ugly for a couple minutes here, but bear with me. Now, these stats are insane on a myth, okay guys? So you're right at your health cap, which is insane. You're right at the damage cap as well, with really good dual school for fire. This could even be better if you ran a bit different of a setup, but it's okay, it's still really good. 68 resist, really good. Again, if you get the Hun Howl amulet I talked about in the PvE section, you'll be right at 70 for free basically, which is like your resist cap on a myth, which is absolutely insane. Perfect accuracy to both fire and myth, so I can dual school with fire here really well. Really good crit. Pretty good block. I'd say it's a little low for a myth, but that's okay. You have a crap ton of resistant health to make up for that, and shield gambits. 60 pierce, again, you're right at your pierce cap in advanced, and honestly, not bad pierce for fire as well. And then we have 54% pip conserve. You can't really get it any higher than this without giving up, like, you know, your entire hand currently right now in this meta. And then perfect pips, 2-piece shad, and obviously a bit of arch mastery. So I'm running the Skyfarer's hat with obviously full fire pins. The Nightmare robe with full fire pins as well. The Burrower's boots with a balance blocking pin and obviously fire pins. You can pick between ice, balance, and death. However, I would say you can beat death on a myth and ice. So balance obviously is really broken right now. So you're going to pin to the school that's, you know, broken in general against you or in general in the meta, like I said. We have the Nullity Mysterious Blade, again, for that fire damage and just really good stats with a health socketed right there. We have the Dream Reaver Knife with, again, Pierce, double Pierce here, not double damage, and health. We have the Reaver Amulet with Pierce and Universal Accuracy. This is important. This allows us to get max accuracy for both Fire and Myth. So be sure you have the 7% Universal. You can get this in Novus and Chronotas, basically for like 13,000 gold. It's pretty easy to get. I would recommend the Hunhao Amulet if you have it, if you've done raids. It's just literally this amulet, but it's just better. So get that if you can. Reaver Ring with 6% Pierce and the health opals, obviously. And this is a little bit different. I like to have this pet on the myth. Obviously, I'm dual scrolling, so Ping Giver is a little bit better. And a bubble pet is really good because right now you can't really beat a myth. Like if you shield or weakness, they just clap you. So the only thing you can really do to counter a myth is global effects like bubble and brace, right? So, you know, thinking ahead, if people are going to bubble more, I kind of need a bubble pet to keep up and stay on top of things and be ahead, right? You could use the moose pet. There's nothing wrong with it. Where is it? Something like this. Nothing wrong with this pet at all. I personally just like the bubble pet right now because, again, like I said, you're just kind of covering more bases and people can only counter you with globals like brace, bubble. So you're at least doing something about the bubble aspect and staying in control of the game better on a myth. Then obviously we have the Clockwork Courser and the Reaper deck with 10% damage. The deck does not have to change from PvE to PvP, thankfully. So yeah, it's a really nice setup. Again, you're pretty much hitting the health cap, damage cap, pierce cap, and the resist cap. Essentially, literally everything. You're like 1% off of every cap and or hitting it. So it's absolutely insane the stats you get on a myth right now in this meta. Let me know what you guys think about these setups down below in the comments. If you liked this video, feel free to leave a like and sub. I do post every day, if not every other day, and I'd really appreciate it. And I hope to see you on the next one. Thank you for watching, and take care, y'all.